Hi, I'm KawaiiLee and welcome to my channel. This is episode 1 of Spooky Truth America. But before we get things started, first I want to show you our sponsorship. So, let's go. Alright everybody, we have 3 challenges as well as car karaoke and fun going camping. We feel that it's necessary to go camping and kind of get that natural feeling before going and ghost hunting. Get connected with Mother Earth before going and messing with the supernatural Mother Nature. Now, we went to Alum Creek State Park over in Delaware, Ohio, where we saw some beautiful shots of nature. Come enjoy it with us, and then we'll get the haunting investigation started. Let's go! Hello everyone, this is KawaiiLee, and my friend Jared, and Koby's behind the camera. You're watching episode 1 of Spooky Truth America. Today we're going to be exploring Owens Community College in Findlay, Ohio. We took a few notes down as we only know about 3 particular ghosts. We're going to go see and talk to some of the faculty and get a tour and do some investigations. But first, Jared?
So the major thing I remember before is they have a full variety. They got the lights, you got the doors, you got the objects falling to the floor.
Wow, that rhymed too. Perfect.
And the one main ghost that is verified, I guess, at least.
Verified.
People agree she's there. A little girl wanders around, and as spring comes into full bloom, it's more obvious that there's activity around the campus.
Right, and they didn't say in particular if it's beginning of spring or end of spring. I'm assuming just, I live in Toledo. He lives just south of Columbus, and our good friend Koby is over in Bucyrus. So we just kind of come from all over, and we're just kind of exploring Ohio, and then we're going to expand to further places such as Michigan, and even possibly the haunted places of Route 66 in Oklahoma. But first, we're going to start small, grow big, and to help us do that, if you can just like and subscribe to our channel, that would be fantastic. This, and that. And speaking of that, let's go! I see there's a bunny right there on the trail. No one is scared away. You see the bunny? Oh, there it goes. You're so kawaii. Bye. I guess he didn't think I was so kawaii. Let's move on. KawaiiLee here with Koby and Jared. We are going to do challenge number 1. This is Spooky Item Dollar Tree Challenge. These guys are going to pick 3 items in Dollar Tree, which is behind us, and here in Columbus, Ohio. And they're going to choose 3 spooky items. And whoever comes up with the spookiest 3 items, they win a prize. What's the prize? I guess we're going to have to find out. Let's go.
Item number 1, a spooky ghost story to read with your friends.
I picked this out because I like dogs and this looks cool.
Oh! As much as I hate to admit it, item number 2 is Batman. For what hero is scarier to criminals than him?
Okay. Give me a break. This is all I could find.
Alas, poor York, he went to Pride.
Did you pick the spider?
Because it's a spider and people are scared of spiders.
But the spiders are scared of you. What do you have to say about that?
I'd still squish them.
What do you have to say about that?
No, don't hurt me!
Alright, so they've each chosen their 3 spooky Dollar Tree items. You got, what is this? Churro, the spooky dog. And then you have this spooky book with the spooky story and the spooky spider. Hello! Okay. And you got Batman because that's spooky. And then this is definitely a spooky. This is definitely spooky. Who's the winner? Dana! Dana! You're the winner. Jared, your prizes await you from that first challenge. In fact, what is it? Why don't you tell us what that is? Oh, let's take a look at that.
That
Wow.
is a very sparkly Dunkin' Donuts tumbler.
Oh, 24 ounce straw is, don't worry, he has a straw. Oh, what's that? That looks pretty cool.
It's a guidebook.
And what is the guidebook to?
Final Fantasy 13-2.
Ooh, show us. We want to see that. Let us see the front. Wow, look at that. Exclusive. Let's see the back. What's the back look like? Oh, yeah.
But here's the cool part.
What?
How to tame monsters.
Oh, look at that. Wow. Sweet. Hi, guys. Okay, KawaiiLee here for a challenge. We have Jared and we have Koby here. And they will be taking 3 photos of me in spooky environments. Each will be taking 3, and whoever gets closest to the spookiest amount of points wins. Are you ready to find out who's going to take the spookiest photos of KawaiiLee? That's me. Let's go. After we got back to the car, we decided that Jared is the winner. All right, let's show everyone your prizes. Here is the comic book drawing book. Wow.
Oh, so it's already like a prefab comic. You just fill it in. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see the front of that. Wow. All right, and what do you got here? Ooh.
Have no fear. All might is here.
Sweet. And you got one more.
And Lord Murder Explosion. Yes, that is his hero name.
Wow. How do you feel being a 2-time winner so far?
Woot woot.
Party time. Woo woo. Oh, that was more like fisting. We're not going there on this channel. Anyway, we heard you laughing. number 3, we have Kawaii Pool. What is Kawaii Pool? It's a pool table game, but it's very cute. It's very small, so it makes it kawaii. We have Challenger 1, Jared, our 2-time winner, and Challenger 2, Koby. Are you going to redeem yourself this time? And to top things off, we have a good start of the day since it is morning. We have water. Don't forget to drink your water, folks. And we have mini tea time with water. So, you get what you get. Oh yeah.
Good game.
Who won?
I did by default.
Wow, a 3-time champion. How are you feeling right now, Mr. Winner? Let's take a look at that. Wow. Looks like you got all the balls to the wall. It was fun. It was cute. It was kawaii. All right. So that's a wrap, guys. Wave goodbye, and we'll be on our way to Owens Community College in Findlay, Ohio to do another haunted investigation. But first, let's look at a prize. Here's your prize. Show us what you got, Jared.
Floppy.
Ooh, more My Hero Academia.
Deku.
Oh!
And Eraserhead.
As we clean up our mess from that last challenge, we get in the car and we head straight to the college. But first, we do a little car karaoke.
Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it up till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Hey, yo. Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started and we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it up till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. You gotta keep them separated.
That's enough karaoke for now. We are almost to Owens Community College. There are 2 Owens Community College campuses here in Ohio. The first one is in Toledo, and the second one is in Findlay, which we will be exploring today in this episode. I provided the links above if you want to go ahead and check them out. They have 54 accredited programs, but wait, there's more. They offer over 70 academic programs and certificates to students who are preparing for a career or simply trying to just learn something new, some while still even in high school. The year founded is 1965, the school colors is red and white, and this campus's nickname is the Express. The average class size is about 14 students. Something even cooler is the fact that they have student activities, clubs, organizations, express athletics, and volunteer activities as well. So there's really a lot of ways to get involved here, and they really treat the community like a family. They are considered a 4-year college. Upon arriving, we noticed that the hospitality was a 10 out of 10. They are very kind, very helpful, and willing to help in any kind of way, and I just want to say that I really appreciate the time they took to let us do this haunted investigation. Now, are we ready for some fun?
let's go explore Owens Community College here in Findlay, Ohio.
KawaiiLee at Owens Community College. We have the dean and his lovely wife here to help us guide and see what's going on here. So what do you know about these spirits?
Well, I know that we've had some around our college, but yet at the same time, I've heard stories from faculty members and from staff members that some of them do some weird things around the college.
Oh, and what are some of the weird things that we might find today?
Well, some of those weird things are out in our DPS department. There was someone who passed away in the building, and they have felt as if when they've been here, the doors have opened when they're the only ones here, and they will shut when they're the only ones here.
Oh.
So they do hear that. There's been some other things where they may hear some other noise, or they had an eraser at one point, and then they moved that eraser.
I see. So they move objects, and do you hear sounds or voices?
I haven't personally experienced anything, personally, but I do like to hear the stories. Actually.
I see. All right. Well, I guess we're going to see what we can find today.
Sounds good.
So how many stories have you heard? 3?
I've heard 3, yes. And I know that we had a lady pass away out at our pond, but I haven't heard any story about that at all. But we do have the story about her that passed away.
Okay, so this says the body of missing Clyde woman found in car in Findlay Pond. So we're going to kind of explore this a little bit and see what we can find. Let's find out.
Well, we had a librarian here a few years ago, and she had always talked about having a ghost attached to her. And we would hear the door, this big brown door that you guys came in, we would hear it open and close, and there would never be anybody there. Another lady and myself, we would run to that door to try to see who was walking down the hallway, who got in. We never heard, or we never saw anybody, but you would hear that door opening and closing constantly. Also, if I would be in my office, I would hear my name being called, and it sounded like this librarian, but it was not her. And I'll be honest, that freaked me out a little bit when I would hear that. She has since, a couple years ago, left Owens and went to another position, and ever since she has left, you don't hear the door anymore, I don't hear her voice anymore, and she has always maintained that this ghost was following her. But I don't remember the story of who it was or who she thought it was or anything.
And I
So
do have a question to that. So my question is, have you kept in contact with her since she left?
I have, just a general email saying how she's doing, but I've never asked her about a ghost or anything.
Oh, I see. That was my next question. If perhaps it had
If it
followed
went
her
with
and she
her.
had further experiences.
Yeah. But the other, a few people have heard the doors opening and shutting, and they're no longer here at Owens. But it was always the brown door that makes such a noise when people come in and out.
A quarter door.
Yeah.
Quarter door. Gotcha.
This is the door that makes
The door.
that opens, and this is the famous.
Oh,
door
that's
here.
the one that opens.
This is the one that.
So we have the dowsing rods, and we're going to ask yes or no questions to see if we can get a response. If not, well, I guess we'll be moving on. If so, we'll see if we can get a voice. Let's see, guys. So let's position my hands correctly. Make sure they're nice and stable, not touching the bottoms or the rods up top. All right. There's a spirit in here with us. Please cross the rods. Can you please cross the rods for me? If you're in here with us, please.
After a few failed attempts at communication, we decided to move on to the pond outside and see what we could find out about the woman that drove right into it. The pond is very beautiful indeed, but holds a tragedy, the death of a woman with dementia. She drove her car across the lawn, and unfortunately it went straight into the pond. She wasn't found until a few weeks later by an employee.
apparently nobody noticed it until the body started floating, and then that raised the car. But and it was in the wintertime, so we didn't know, of course, but then once the snow cleared, you could see tracks. Well, apparently she was on the driveway and came in this way, and then right here is where they found the car and pulled it out and everything. Yep.
There seems to be a couple big fish.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah, look, there's more.
and it was it on. This is the side that was on.
Yeah. If you hear us, can you let us know? No?
So we didn't get any readings. However, we possibly had something. I did feel a warm sensation on my wrist when I was asking questions with the spirit box when Koby had it out. But strange enough, the koi fish in the pond came up during the questions, as well as it's been kind of swimming back and forth by the memorial. So we're wondering if perhaps the woman that passed away in this pond got reincarnated as the koi. But we're going to move on with our investigation. Let's find what else we can see. As we entered the library, I felt a very strange presence, but it wasn't a bad one. Let's see what it is. Okay, so what do we know about the library haunting?
Only that this is the librarian, which would have been 2 librarians ago, from Paul, that she's the one that said that she felt like a ghost was attached to her, and that's when we heard the door, and that's when I heard the whispering with her. But again, she left then, and everything kind of stopped. So I always said that she took the ghost with her.
Interesting.
So.
For a second. Okay. I'm getting a reading right here. Center building. Is it this one? How ironic. It says Handbook of Electrical Construction Calculations. Now that's irony. We're getting a reading of in between 10 to 22 on that. Now that's fascinating. Little did I know, there was a spirit standing right behind me the whole time. Get that on camera. Okay, so we are getting a strong electrical signal right here. As you can see, there's no plug-in right here. There's nothing, no items or anything. It's going up to, wow, that is insane. Check that out. So, right here. Alright, so, we got our first spotting, guys. Here's the dowsing rod. If you're here with us, can you please cross the rod? Thank you. Can you please uncross them for me? Thank you so much. You're being cooperative. Can we be friends? Can you please cross the rods if we can be friends? Can we be friends? Cross the rods for me? Thinking about it? All right. That's fair enough. I entered the new domain. All right. Give it a moment. No? All right. And to confirm one more time, you are still here with us? Yes? Cross the rods if yes, if no? Okay. Thank you so much for that. All right. Please uncross them for us, please. Thank you. All right. Are you old? Were you old when you died? Can you please cross the rods if you were old when you passed away?
Were you old? If you were young. Okay. Okay. All right. I understand. Can you please uncross them? Please? Please uncross the rocks. Thank you. Excellent. Okay. Are you a friendly spirit? Can you please cross the rods if you're considered friendly, if you're nice? Okay. Okay. Can you please uncross them? Okay. Now that I've been here for a moment, do you mind if I tour the rest of your beautiful college? Cross the rods, yes. If no. Thank you. I think that's a definite yes, guys. I think they want to come with us. That's really nice. Really good, really good. All right, and last but not least, let's trick. Can you please let us know your name? Can you tell us your name?
I am more than glad to slow that down for you guys so you can hear him clearly. That was the kid letting us know that his name is Jacob. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time. Listen close.
Can you tell us your name? Interesting enough, we were actually able to get some footage of the boy in the library. He was standing behind us, and when I put out the electromagnetic field detector, what I'm thinking is that he took a step forward from the corner to let us know that he was there with us, and then he kind of stepped back. We were only able to get 2 clips of him, and they were around similar times of the footage. Let's go check that out.
I spent 8 days looking for obituaries in the Findlay, Ohio, Hancock County region. Here's some of the things that I found. I only found 2 articles in relation to this. I highlighted some of the key factors. He was a small boy, around 10 to 12 years of age. He died of tuberculosis and also from freezing to death, both in combination. Unfortunately, that was all I could find on the matter. But I hope that he rests in peace and continues to dwell the schools on positive terms. Now, we will be moving on to the gymnasium area where there's a few classrooms.
Yeah, that's fine. But we could, this one is just consists of, these are like machine shops, a couple of machine shop rooms, and then we have a large gym, concert area, and we have, yeah, and then we have like a tiered classroom, so, basketball day.
So then the volume in the eyes here of gorse pathology.
Make sure you do not hit any of the children on that.
Just restructured based on their environment.
Yeah, so maybe they weren't personified in a strict sense of the way legend dictates them, but they were represented.
As we finished passing by the gymnasium where the children were playing, a strange basketball on the side where nobody was rolled itself into the middle of the hallway, which we did not catch on camera because we did not expect it, and it stopped dead in the center.
They were, it was,
Sexuality and all that.
You know, you just dismiss it, and I'm like, no, it might have. Oh my God, it was a dead kid!
so all the cameras of the wall. I'll have a lawsuit. She's Japanese. Every other sub-deity is a guy. All.
I mean, yeah, I've got keys if you want to go in there.
We did investigate a few classrooms. So we didn't find anything in them, but just so you can see what we did, here's 2 of them. Being that the child care center is above and there are active classrooms, we decided to quickly sweep through the gym, which we didn't find anything, as well as the janitorial closets. In the end, there was nothing in there too concerning, so we decided to move on.
You want to get a nice, beautiful shot. Look at that. Look at that shot. Look at that. That is amazing, guys. Look at that facility.
He's been here, that's for sure.
Oh, this is the house that I was telling you about. This is, we call it the Voorhees house. The Voorhees family lived there, lived on this property. This was all farmland. Owens bought the property, and there was a stipulation that the house could not be torn down. Up until probably about 2 years ago, we had a...
House?
Pardon me?
Is that the condemned house?
Yeah. About 2 years ago, it was just, board. You can't walk in there. Stairway falling apart, floor falling apart.
Oh,
But-
so it looks better on the outside.
Yeah, it does. But we did have our police academy would use that to do scenarios for like murder scenes, burglaries, things like that.
I've done those.
Until it got to be where it was unsafe to be in there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You walk in and you're like...
I don't blame
It
you.
doesn't scare me, but
It probably scared me.
I think it's unique. We actually did come across one more ghost on our filmage. It was unique because he was clear as day, unlike the other one. Look at that.
Not once did we actually visually see him until we went back and saw the footage, but we were shocked by what we saw. We ended up going to the corner of the room to investigate an area with tables and chairs, but what we found was even more shocking.
In the summer, we only have a few classes that go on, so a lot of things aren't open in the summer just because we don't have the students here. And then everything picks back up in the fall.
As he walks away from me.
I'm used to people not listening. It's okay. All right, let's see. All right, thank you. I do look so familiar to me. I don't know why. I noticed it when you first came out. You must look like somebody.
Just when I began to lose hope, all of a sudden, something attracted me to a desk and chair in the corner of the room. And strange enough, we started getting a pretty big signal. Let's find out what happens.
Chair and a desk right here.
Mhm.
And actually, I'm getting a reading from the desk. Actually, I do have a reading. I have
Make sure there's nothing underneath. So I'm at a 44.5. There is electricity in the area, but not where I'm scanning.
If you're still here with us, can you please cross the rods? Can you please cross the rods if you're here with us? That was me. I moved my hand. That's not me. Can you please cross the rods for us? Cross the rods for us one time. Thank you so much. Can you please uncross the rods for us? Can you uncross them for us, please? I want to talk to you. Thank you. Are you a woman? Can you cross the rods if you are a woman? Okay. Can you cross the rods if you are non-binary? Are you a man? Can you please cross the rods if you are a man? That confirms our first answers. The off-camera answers. All right, so it's giving us the same answers as before. All right. Can you please uncross the rods for us? Seems to have an easier time uncrossing them than to cross them. I'm not sure if that is anything significant.
Can you ask if they used to live on the property?
Of course. Did you happen to live near this property? Did you ever live here? Can you please cross the rods if you lived here?
Did you go to school here?
Were you a student? Did you work here? Can you please cross the rods if you worked here? What do you have any more questions? And last but not least, are you friendly? Can you please cross rods if you are friendly? Can you show us you can be a friend? Thank you so much. Cooperating very well. We really appreciate you. And one last time, can you please uncross those rods for me? Thank you for your time. Thank you.
We then decided to pull out the spirit box to see if we can get him to talk.
One more time, can you please tell us your name?
For about 10 minutes, we went on to ask various questions to the ghost and got responses.
Can you please tell us your name?
Please let me know that you are here. This was the fire department of Alum Township, which is right outside of Findlay, Ohio, where we are right now. As of March 30th, 2022, one of these people in this photo is no longer with us. Can you guess which one it is? Going through every newspaper and obituary of Findlay, Ohio, we only found one Bew that had died in the area, and that's Bew Retigue, a firefighter of Alum Township. This is quite shocking, as we don't know how he would end up there since he did not die there. He died at a hospital not too far away. But he was a Findlay resident, and he was in his 50s upon death. Could it be a student that he's related to? Or the water and electricity that the college draws? Why is he there? Perhaps he donated books to the library. Or he could have even donated machinery of some sort. There's still so much mystery to Bew. After discovering Bew in the atrium, we called over a couple of employees to come into the building so that we can interview them on a few paranormal experiences of their own. All of our equipment began to die one by one, even though we had at least half a charge on everything at that point. We did, however, get word of mouth from the employees themselves who have reported a basketball dribbling with nobody there in the after hours, their name being called out to them with nobody in the building, and other things as such. Upon returning home, a few days later, I received this email from the college. Interesting enough, they saw what we saw, so it confirmed our suspicions. Sadly, with all of our equipment dead, there is nothing further that we could film. But hopefully we can come back someday and do a part 2 on this investigation. We really enjoyed the hospitality that the staff gave us, as well as the time they took to allow us to come do this filming. But for now, that concludes the investigation. We will do some more research and most likely return someday to make a part 2. But for now, let's go back to camp and see some funny bloopers. What were we really up to behind the scenes? Awesome, and we're back. All right, let's go explore, guys. Osaka! Osaka? Oh crap, I'm still in America! No! Take me to Japan!
Or peacefulness. Like,
These are living things or nature doesn't mean.
Look at that. My backpack chasing the shit out of me. My backpack chased me while I was walking. That'll happen sometimes. That's alright. We'll move on with that. Maybe with that, we'll not worry about that.
Avoid your door?
Yeah. That can't possibly be it.
That's crazy.
Wolf.
Five. Oh.
Tick paw? It does tricks.
Do you mind if we touch them, or would that be okay?
Absolutely.
I'm
Of course.
I'm just really curious because
Of
I'm
course.
like,
Yeah.
that was
a learning
pretty,
experience for everyone.
that was pretty remarkable.
And you have to like really have a steady hand. You just have to. And a lot of times when you hear the responses, you'll actually feel something within your hands, and it's really hard to describe. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't feel tingly. There's no specific sensation. It's more like just somebody else is touching your hand.
Thank you, Ken.
They weren't even up
Yeah, I don't know how you like so.
So you want to make sure that.
Now, how do you normally hold them? Show me how you do that. Right, it has like a.
So you want to make sure your hand is right in the middle. You don't want to touch this.
Right.
Because otherwise, then you can. And if you affect it like this, they're not going to be able to move.
All right. Yeah, you can kind of hit pause.
So you have to make sure you don't touch this no matter what.
Yeah, I noticed when you held it, I looked for those 2 points. I looked to see if your thumb was up here or your hand was down, because I thought maybe your muscle movements were just affecting it, but you weren't touching them.
My hands were shaking slightly, but not enough to.
Well, there's no wind in here.
Yeah, it would take a lot to do this.
Yeah.
Well, and not just that, but they moved to prompt your questions, which really was interesting.
And you
But
really
they
got to
were-
be careful and delicate with them because they've already had their life. They already been through the motion. So they're most likely not at complete ease no matter what. So it's important to ask
I
them
mean, you would have
specifically.
to move to,
You'd have to actually
you know what I mean?
move your
Like,
wrist.
How did that
to-
happen?
I'm
Oh, you
moving
just
it.
kind of leaned
Yeah,
over.
just
Yeah.
kind of leaning a little bit.
And the strange thing is they won't always respond to everybody. So I guess you just have to have a certain tone to your voice. Sometimes they like voices. Sometimes they like women more. Maybe they were really badly abused by a man, and
Yeah, I have to like
there are cases like
move to.
Yeah,
to
you
move.
see your hand
Yeah.
move to do it. I guess you could maybe like learn to do micro movements, but it would be really hard, right?
And these are also copper, which definitely helps as a conductor. Oh, yeah. The material definitely matters.
Not that we didn't believe you, but, you know.
I've never seen that. Very new. You're skeptical of new things.
Right,
Yeah,
it's
of
like,
course.
yeah, but you were not moving. I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah,
But that isn't
I
true.
wouldn't
If I
even-
don't know.
And now it's time to look at a couple of the best shots from the trip.
Hey there, Kawaii family. Please consider subscribing to the channel as well as hitting that like button if you enjoyed your time today watching this video. Thank you so much for your support, and remember, stay kawaii.